You know how you go into these networking conversations, you're having a coffee chat, informal interview, events you're attending, and people ask you to introduce yourself, and you give a one quick liner, typically your title and the company you're part of. Such a wasted opportunity, especially when you are having informational coffee chats. Having this strong elevator pitch prepared is going to be such a competitive advantage. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how do you create a strong elevator pitch. Why do you need the elevator pitch? There's a video there released a couple of weeks back, so you can take a look at that. I'm not going to spend time on the benefits of it, but basically, what's the purpose of the elevator pitch? How do you prepare that? What are the elements you have? And a bonus tip for you to create an amazing introduction for when you are introducing yourself in professional settings. Hi, my name is Shubh. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I am also a LinkedIn top voice on job search and careers, so please do follow me there. And I release 2 videos every week on Tuesday, which is a micro tip, less than 2 minutes, and on Thursdays, a deep dive. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so why elevator pitch? Watch the video. But let's talk about the purpose of it, the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch, honestly speaking, is, yes, it's an introduction to somebody in a professional setting. But the point is not for you to get a job. It's not going to be wow them. The main purpose of the elevator pitch is make you memorable, build a connection to have better conversation thereon. So don't put so much pressure on that poor little elevator pitch of 45 seconds to help you get a role or to make the person believe that you're the best person for any opportunities. Let it be only to put some seeds for further conversation. So if I were to give you an analogy, you are in an elevator pitch just casting a fishing net, and there are a lot of hooks and baits. Your elevator pitch should have at least 3-4 different wide angles. The issue with elevator pitch is you don't know what appeals to this person. With interviews, when you're talking about tell me about yourself, you know it's professional, you know these are the skills they need, what you need to highlight. Elevator pitch, not so much. So you cast your net wide, put 4 or 5 different hooks and baits to see which one they catch on, and then have a great conversation to build that connection using that particular hook. So what are the different hooks you could be looking at? I'm going to share with you 5 different things you can look at. You don't need to share them in a particular order. You don't need to share all of them, but you do need to have a balance of facts and feelings of what you've done versus your motivations, your passions, personal information to make it a very holistic elevator pitch. So moving to our hooks now. The hook 1 is your career story, basically a line or a line and a half about what you've done so far. Don't walk them through the chronological order of your CV. Please, they are not here for that. Talk to them about the overarching experience theme in relation with the kind of role you want. Or if you're making a big career pivot, then what you've done so far and why you want to go where you are going. So your career story, 1.5 line, that's it. Second hook, which a lot of people miss, is what do you want to do from here and why? This is your biggest differentiator because this is very individual. 2 people with the same experience looking for same kind of roles would have different motivations. And that's what makes it very memorable. Some of the best motivations I've come across is when a person has some personal interest in it. For example, we were doing this practice with a cohort, and somebody talked about how, as a mother, she is very mindful of the fact on how infant skin is very different from adult skin, and she wants to look at creating a line for eczema-prone infant skin. It gives me a good motivator immediately. Now, your hook 2 and 3 are what do you want to do and why. Let's move to hook 4. Any of your past achievements which show that what you're looking for is something you can deliver, something you can do. That is very important if you want to impress a hiring manager. If you're speaking to a leader for the kind of role you're going for, please do make sure you have highlights. Now, don't go in depth. In fact, a lot of times I recommend to people, don't be very salesy. Talk about one or two numbers, but not in a way that you're selling yourself too hard. So that is another thing you can look at for your hook. And hook number 5, anything personal, your motivation, interest, anything you do outside of work, which could be relevant. This is so important. A lot of times when I meet people, this is what I remember them by. And a lot of people don't even think of including it in their elevator pitch. Something which makes you you. Remember how I said your elevator pitch is not asking for a job, it's to build connection, memorable, and your personal things make you memorable. So don't forget to add that particular hook, that angle which makes you memorable. It could be about the fact that you are passionate about some sports and you've played semi-pro level. It could be the fact that you started a business which did not do well. Something which makes you very memorable is the key here. And my very quick bonus tip. You can structure it as you want. Just remember the first line is very important. That's how people get hooked onto you. We will prepare the entire elevator pitch, but very rarely would you go and say the whole thing at one go, especially if you're creating opportunities or networking event. If you're meeting somebody for an informational interview, possibly you will say the whole thing for 45 seconds. But otherwise, you want to divide your elevator pitch in 2-3 different parts. And based on how interested the person is, you use that. So, for example, when I meet people and they ask me, what do? I usually say, I help senior level professionals in getting their next best job fast. It creates a lot of curiosity. And 99% people say, oh, so you're a recruiter. And then I have the remainder of my elevator pitch. Actually, no. I used to be a former recruiter, but I realized most people don't understand recruitment and how they can communicate their value. So I've been doing job search strategy and career coaching for the last 9+ years. And then I go through different parts of my pitch. I also include angles of sometimes my values, sometimes work, which I do outside of my professional life. So it could be volunteering, causes I care about. So it depends on how the person is going. But I have all that prepared in my elevator pitch. So I hope this short video is helpful for you to think what are different things which make you memorable, how you can structure it, and the key is practice. A great elevator pitch delivered flat will not make you memorable. Sometimes you could have a very cookie cutter elevator pitch, but you deliver it in a way that makes the person hooked on. So see how you want to deliver your elevator pitch. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you have any specific questions, please do type in the comments. I respond to all my comments and I look forward to hearing from you.